Hey guys, welcome back to Loop Hub. Today we'll talk about the most disgusting moments on Dr. Pimple Popper that made us shudder. Let's head into it. Number 1. The biggest blackhead ever seen. When dermatologist Sandra Lee says she's excited about a pop, you know to drop everything and grab your phone. That's exactly how she describes one truly epic blackhead that appeared on a man's forehead in her latest Instagram video. Dr. P's all over the blackhead, which is truly gargantuan and possibly the biggest blackhead I've ever seen. She explains in the caption, "I was so excited to use this giant comb down extractor. Do you remember this video?" Without further ado, Dr. Pimple Popper pulls out an oversized comb down extractor tool to match the formidable foe. It's her man crush for Monday, and the derm is certainly crushing the blackhead. She presses on the clogged pore, and out comes a massive pile of mush. It emerges slowly and blossoms into a full blob outside of the surely massive hole left behind. One fan recognized the oversized tool and commented, "I have an old bike wrench that looks just like that." Another compared it to a common kitchen tool and wrote, "This reminds me of a bottle opener, lol." Fans remember this giant pop oh so fondly. One wrote, "Unforgettable." Another added, "Amazingly disgusting, but in a good way." Dr. Pimple Popper has a way with pops, and her fans has a way with words. Number 2. Aubrey. Dr. Sandra Lee will be treating 3 patients whose skin condition is frighteningly unusual on the January 18 episode of TLC's Dr. Pimple Popper. Audrey is the first, with growth clusters primarily around her neck, shoulders, armpits, chest, and crotch area. The bumps are extremely painful, according to the 47-year-old who compares it to imagining your worst pimple and multiplying it by 100. Popping her own pimples was the only way she could get some relief from the anguish. She claimed it relieved her discomfort right away. Audrey has 3 kids, the oldest of whom has recently given birth. Audrey was also on a lot of hefty medicine because she had kidney transplant and chromium illness. Given her weakened immune system, Dr. Lee was unsure if she could do any surgery on her. She made the decision to begin popping and see how it went. Dr. Lee was careful not to overdo the popping and just focus on a few lumps on her neck. Lee then described the golden liquid that seeped out as like her mother-in-law's cheese fondue. Delicious? Dr. Lee invited her to return the next day to have the rest of her pimples removed. She got rid of at least 20 of her body's most bothersome pimples. Number 3. Scooping out a cyst. Dr. Pimple Popper is well versed in a variety of surgical instruments, ranging from scissors for snipping lipomas to blades for cutting cysts. Cysts vary in size from microscopic to very large. Very large cysts can displace internal organs. The majority are benign, but some cysts can be cancerous or precancerous. A cyst is not a normal part of the tissue where it's located. It has a distinct membrane and is separated from nearby tissue. The outer portion of the cyst is called the cyst wall. If the sac is filled with pus, the cyst is infected and will turn into what is called an abscess. Celebrity dermatologist Sandra Lee used an unusual equipment on Monday night's edition of her show, a spoon. That's because she's tasked with treating Morty, a 51-year-old man with a 30-year-old epidermal cyst on his shoulder that had already burst. Morty admitted that he had considered bursting the cyst himself throughout the years, but had never consumed enough tequila to do it. Morty explained, "It's simply that I don't know how deep I need to cut it." An epidermoid cyst is a form of cyst that develops when skin cells burrow and grow beneath the skin. They usually grow slowly and are not unpleasant. Morty's cyst, however, exploded a few days before he could see Dr. Pimple Popper, and the cyst's contents hardened on top of the skin, making it difficult for Lee to determine where the growth began and stopped. Lee used the spoon to scoop out the remaining pus without damaging Morty's still intact skin. Dr. Pimple Popper compared the substance to creme brulee and flan afterward. Dr. P informed Morty, "I might have to name my spoon after you." Lee's plan didn't go off without a hitch. Morty kept grunting and squirming around throughout the treatment, giving Lee the impression that he was stressed or in discomfort. As a result, for the first time in the history of Dr. Pimple Popper and Lee's profession, she allowed a patient to smoke outside during a procedure. Lee was able to finish removing the pus and sew up the wound so it could cure once he returned. Morty hasn't been seen in almost 3 months. I haven't been able to contact him, but I'm assuming he's fine with the cyst growing back and is celebrating with tequila somewhere. Dr. Pimple Popper stated the following: "This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video."